Now I met Sam Jones on a dockside night in a rundown Viking bar. A kid of maybe 15 years at that purely nowhere star. He had no ship, he had no skills, no name or family. And he looked at me like a thirsty soul at a boundless salty sea. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Captain, take me with you. Captain, I'll work for free. I was spacer born and stranded here. Dockside's not for me. Now that tale sure is an old one. Some stationer unwise had slept up with some spacer love and got herself this prize. For space is wide and good friends are too few. And the kid grows up all restless and dreams of faring free. The stars and the worlds and foreign docks and things he'll never see. A spacer's more than born, I said, he's trained from infancy. And you've grown up station side, boy, you were no use to me. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Well, I saw him take that hope of his and turn his face away. Not give up, no, he'd never quit, just try further down the way. Hey kid, I said, you're stubborn if you work with half that will. Well, our engineer could use a hand, but we've got a berth to fill. For space is wide and good friends are too few. there with that scowling look as if he hadn't heard. And then the tears ran down his face, but he didn't say a word. No, he never was much for talking after we took him on board. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, were all the words that he'd afford. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now the engineer, Kate Meacham, well, her eyes were going bad. She knew, I knew, and that kid I sent drove old Kate raving mad. Out she'd yell, and he'd lie low until old Kate got cool. Then back he'd go, and he'd do the scut, while Kate would call him a fool. For space is wide, and good friends are too few. In time, Kate's eyes got much worse, and every crewman knew. But Kate herself, well, her heart would stop on the day she left the crew. That close-mouthed kid would never talk, he just covered Kate's mistakes. Kate, he'd say, check the number 4, or Kate, that's 9.8. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now we made our rounds of the ports we used from Halley's to Almar. And one jump, all of our luck ran out at a little K-class star. We hit a rock, a vane went down, the ship
Hello! Okay, so sorry for the abrupt end to the music here. It appears that my plugin for audio might be a little messed. I'd really prefer that not to be the case, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna... It's really interesting, because it did just seem to, like, freeze, which is weird. I'm, like, not sure why, though. Well, it is... Okay, here's an interesting question we're gonna test real quick. Just in myself, with my stuff. I'm just gonna have this happen. And here's a random question, actually. I have just accidentally chosen to launch Payday 2. You just cancel Steam launching for that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna try something. Okay. So I want to... Okay, so it would appear that my audio plugin has decided to just randomly stop capturing audio. It just like freezes. Ba-ba-ba. Aha. Okay, so as of December 2022, if a stream takes a little too long to process, it will stop processing, is an open or is a closed issue in Pipewire. And that appears to be what it is. So that is fixed. And it's just a matter of system updates. So I'm going to check into Nix packages here and see, because that's fixed in 0.3.62 and later. Let me double check that I'm running the right version. We're yeah, I'm running 0.3.60. So this is a Pipewire bug. Hi Packbats, by the way. Sorry, I'm all over the place as far as being able to actually see my stuff. So let's check Pipewire pull requests here, and actually, more importantly, check search.nixos.org for Pipewire, and just see. In unstable, we're already at 0.3.63. I might tell my system to use the unstable version of Pipewire. That would put me at 0.3.63 and fix this for next stream. Luckily, this shouldn't be a change that completely keeps things broken. Overall, I don't know if there's a good way for me to tell the plugin to refresh Pipewire stuff, though. But yeah, okay. In any case, welcome back to Minecraft Project Time Machine. And welcome back to our streams. Our streams have been a little broken lately. As you can see by the audio visualizer right now, it hasn't exactly all been magically fixed yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. I think my backup... Here, I'm going to actually add this as a audio input... or audio output capture Pipewire backup desktop audio. This is less than ideal but it's... because it's everything. But it will... it should...
Here.
Yes, okay. That plays sound again. So I'm gonna temporarily... This is really only gonna matter for, like, this stream, hopefully. Things have been broken lately. But we're getting there. We're getting there, and that's what's important. It doesn't matter for this stream. Okay, let's copy my... Yeah, repairs in progress, to say the least. That's a really good way to put it. I would like to copy filters off of my MPD source, paste them onto my backup desktop audio.
Aesthetic, then.
There we go.
Is a wide and good
Alright.
friends are two.
Now I'm gonna let this song play out, and then we'll come in properly.
Boy, hang on. We heard Kate say, then we heard Kate Meacham swear. And quiet then, just a steady kiss and the stillness in the air. 10 minutes more, power up, I said, for we heard no sound back there. It was my hand to shove the lever home, and the power surged and flared. For space is a wide and good friends are too few. Our speed ebbed down and ebbed again as we turned for that Cape-class sun. But Kate and the kid went on together on the trip they'd both begun. Oh, half-blind Kate and young Sam Jones made a hell of an engineer. So turn down a glass for such as they, and thank God we're sitting here. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Yes, space is wide and good friends are too few.
All right. Now, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're here for real. Welcome back to our stream here at A Manifold Mind Mesh. If you want to find us elsewhere online, you can find us, we're no longer on the short shambling corpse of Twitter, to continue to use that phrase because it's very funny. Just that account's gone, but you can find us on, obviously here on Twitch, we're at MindMeshLink. YouTube, we also have at MindMeshLink now, so you can literally just go to youtube.com/@MindMeshLink with the at symbol, which I used to forget there's not a name for it. Like, ampersand has ampersand, it's not just the and symbol. At doesn't have the same thing. Anyway, you can find us at manifold at plural.cafe on Mastodon, and yeah. Before we get started, usual preamble, if you'd like to support the stream in any way, feel free to, spread word of mouth, boost Mastodon posts, just talk about it, always, and just being here and watching are, the best things, more than anything right now. I love to have an audience, and, yeah. If you want to financially support us, you can go to streamlabs.com/mindmeshlink. The link is down below for that, or and that will cause a donation or tip to be read on stream, with whatever message you put in and under a text to speech. If you do, we have patreon.com/mindmeshlink, and our cool ass co-op Camaraderie at camaraderie.co/mindmeshlink. The latter of which is really cool. We're, building a co-op alternative to Patreon. I think Camaraderie is actually, as of right now, experiencing a little bit of instability potentially because there's big updates. Some English writers use the French arrobase and the Spanish and Portuguese arroba, or try to coin a new one-word term for the @sign. Interesting. Arroba. That's fun. Arrobase. Yeah. It's been a minute since we streamed. So like we said, we had technical difficulties. Basically, our audio setup has gotten worse and worse at working. So we planned to stream Minecraft a few days ago, and it just did not work. Everything was so broken. We spent the entire next 3 days of our 5-day, shortened week cycle. We spent that entire time making NixOS build plugins for us to make our audio work. And now it does. Now this is so what this is directly capturing from Pipewire. For basically because Linux is so built on modularity and different components, audio on Linux is done in a bunch of different ways, and Pipewire is one of those ways. It can do a bunch of really cool things that I care about a lot, and it using Pipewire instead of Pulse Audio, which is the other standard, because Jack being used for like non-audio production shit is like wild. All the tools are arcane. I know how to use them, but they are arcane. Anyway, point is, I've got OBS working. It records my audio in a really good way that should be, like, you know, native to my audio system in a way that, like, yeah, just works. Unfortunately, I did not get Minecraft audio to work. I'm going to pick out a mod pack after a certain breakpoint, possibly when we've accomplished all our tasks for today, or possibly when we haven't accomplished all our tasks, but we've accomplished some of them. And I'm probably going to play a mod pack where we will have audio working. I might even kill the stream for a little bit and just take like a, 15-minute, 30-minute break from stream just to fix my audio and stuff, because then it'll break up into a separate stream, which is easier to export to YouTube in a good way anyway. Yeah. All that aside, shit's working now, and it's working better than it used to for the most part. You may have noticed that the last couple streams, we didn't actually have, all the stuff that we did have prior, so, like, if I hit play, all my fancy shit here that shows the song playing information, which disappears after it's done, and, the fucking visualizer shit, that was non-existent for the past couple of streams, and that is because OBS updated to 28, which uses different libraries, and thus all plugins needed to update. Whole pain in the ass, but I fixed it. I fixed so much. I've even got input overlay plugins. I can finally have my gamepad viewed directly on stream again, and hopefully it'll work. Yeah. So, yeah. We're gonna get back into things with Minecraft Alpha 1.0.11 in just a moment. Let me take a quick sip of a drink here. Okay, so yeah, hi, yeah, we're here, oh, oh, I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. Um, I, I'm not a vampire, I swear. Um, anyway, relax, it's just fake blood. It's, corn syrup and chocolate. I just couldn't resist doing that bit. We just got these fangs in, recently. They're so nice. I'm like... I should have done the other side of my mouth, because that did get, like, around my piercing a little. Anyway, let's go ahead and, shrink our webcam down. Also, my shirt, because this ice cream is, like, a mint green, that Pusheen is eating. it conflicts a little. Okay, let me... Oh god, where's my webcam? There it is. I'm just like, oh dear, I can't actually, make it small. Chroma key, oops. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. You know, it happens. And yeah. So, I'm gonna pull back up the game. And I'm also gonna put back on the music. I'm gonna quiet it down quite a bit, and I'm gonna also throw... Oh yeah, cool, it's got the now playing text. Once when the Boy Scouts were at a TV station, discovered our troops' neckerchiefs got chrome keyed. That's very funny. So, I spawned in this world, and we were here, and there's a side of a mountain, I guess just like square cliffs because of differences in the chunk generation between versions. So, I'm gonna try to work fast here, dig into the side of this cliff, and as I do, we'll go over, because it's nighttime now, we'll go over what our new goals are. The first of which is find our old home, because we did in fact have one, and I don't know where it went. Maybe we just died right before, things, but I think this might be... I don't remember if we died last stream, right before the, like, things ended. But yeah, okay. Nevertheless, we'll get there, however we do. We don't have brightness control in this version, do we? Audio is still broken in Minecraft, unfortunately. That's just not really an option. Let me move the text, because there's literally so many overlapping elements of text here. Oh, God, new OBS having, like, indicators of how distant from the ground, or from the, like, edges of the screen each piece of it is really good stuff. Where's my now playing text? There it is. I'll leave the now playing text where it is. We'll just have the game indicator. So, we're gonna place a sign with a block above it real quick. Just, this can be our first goal. There was a bug in the previous versions that, new OBS doesn't run in our box. When I gotta do a new one before we Linux this one, though. That is super fair. I'm sorry to hear that OBS doesn't run on it, though. Ugh, that's annoying. The new version, like, it has a lot of really good changes, so it is a shame that they've had to drop some support. Okay. But is downloading an old version of the runs? That's good. Yeah, OBS is pretty good about keeping their old versions available. I'm gonna place a sign here, and bam! We were able to place it, even though there's a block above us. Can't see shit right now, but trust me, that's definitely true. There was basically a bug in the old version about that, where, you had to have a free block above a sign to place it, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, new powers unlocked. Let's see, what else is up? Get poked! We're gonna have to find a desert for that one. Go to sea! We can do that one soon. Make a hat, check out our high score, make a library, milk a cow, and get slimed! So yeah, these are... I'm kind of excited about these. Because this is... So between Alpha 1.0.11 and now, there have been obviously a couple more versions. Sorry, between Alpha 1.0.4, I want to say, and 11. Because, like, yeah. We've had a few changes. We're gonna make a boat. Boats are new. Freshly squeezed boating. In fact, you know what we could do? We could avoid waiting inside and hiding from everything by simply going... Oh god, never mind. You know what? Let's maybe just wait till daytime. And then we'll go out to sea. and sail on a boat for a little bit. But yeah, between versions of the terrain generation algorithm changed, and this means that the chunks that fit into the old world generation don't fit into the current one. This is like kind of standard for Minecraft version updates. This happens a lot. You get these big cliffs because there's not an easy way to make a random seed mean almost the same thing, but with a few changes, and especially when you're changing major things about how the terrain is actually made. I mean, because, like, the whole point is that you're changing it. So, as the game generates chunk by chunk, it's completely different between new and old chunks. Neat. Not a good way to smooth over the transitions, importantly. Yes, that's a really good... That's a better, point, really. I love to hide away in a hole, but I don't exactly have, which I can do about enemies right now. Let's go ahead and just try to get a couple more sticks, and hopefully we can do some mining while we're away. Yeah. I'm looking forward to... You can come up with one, but require keeping both algorithms in the code, and nobody needs that ridiculousness. Good point. Especially because this is literally alpha software. I don't think anyone expects it to work perfectly. And I would argue, even, that a part of the charm of how much of an alpha this game was the fact that you would have things like this. Like, people are nostalgic for parts of my... And people, including me, but I know, like, there are people who are like, oh, man, the like, you know, weird cutout chunks of the world. It's cool. It's genuinely really cool. It feels like a really... I mean, it feels like what it is, which is that you're getting a view behind the scenes of how the software is actually made and how the game gets developed and what goes into it. Step by step, the longest march can be won, Many stones can form an arch. Every time I listen to this song, I fuck that up. Together, what we will can be accomplished still. Many drops can turn a mill. Sing me none, sing me none. Version differences. Long way in the future. It's interesting how many people didn't immediately adopt shields. Oh god, yeah, same. I mean, for a little bit, blocking with swords was a thing. You just blocked directly with a weapon. And, I definitely preferred that for a while. Now, I know that we saw up here... Yeah, no, it was like, it may have been before full release and all the, like, actual combat updates that happened. Together, what we will can be accomplished still. Many drops can turn a mill. Sing me none, sing me none. Hehe, the sign. Designers and the welders of their seams, and the radar scan, the watchers drawing dreams Okay, so we can do that one. Yeah, we're gonna check out our high score. We can do that one pretty easily, even out here at night. Checking out our high score does involve a long-standing bug that's been in the game. It was in the game for a long fucking time. I don't really want to deal with you as how I, learn about my high score, though. Okay. What we will can be accomplished still. I think that, this is a version where TNT didn't exist yet, so creepers are only a nuisance. I could be wrong on that, though. Ah, shit. I actually died too fast, or I clicked respawn too fast. Whoops. Now this gets a little dangerous because all my items will get blown up. Okay, well, here. Score! And, ampersand E0. High score. Yeah, that was in the game until... we'll continue to see that well into, like, multiplayer updates, just a ways into this game. And it, basically, score didn't get an implementation of, like, an actual value that it was, you know, like, numbers, until, oh right, zombies dropping feathers. Until, what, XP got added? And then your score was just your XP, and that continued to be the case. We're seeing the consequences of the fact that animals just spawn willy-nilly on grass and are happy to keep spawning, very quickly, about the same rate as monsters, really. And with similar limits to monsters, which is, something I will gladly take advantage of, because, oh my god, it makes it easier to accomplish one of our goals, which is make a hat. We have a leather hat now. Can't wait until we have skins. Hi. Actually, I'll leave you alive. Well, it kind of doesn't matter. Here, I'm gonna mine out some more coal from the side of this, so I can make more torches, so that I can indicate more things on signs. That creeper blew up my boat, so let's, make another one. Right. Hat is made. Once we get some iron, we can also milk a cow, which is one of our other goals there. The score. Oh, yes, right, I do need to mark down the score one. We have looked at our high score. We will not need to look at our high score again until, basically, when XP becomes in the game, which is in so long from now. Sorry. Oh, it didn't break our boat, actually. Never mind. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We have a boat. It's a pretty slow way of traveling, but it'll get us across water, and it's faster than walking, yeah, like swimming across water. You right-click again to get out of boats in this version. Were boats fragile from the start? Oh! Oh, yeah! That's a really good question. Hang on. I completely forgot about how fragile boats used to be. Because they're really not now. They, like, just don't break. I think they may just not have been. I think their fragility got added and then removed. Because I remember it used to be, like when lily pads got added, but before boats, stopped being, like, so breakable. Was really a frustrating period of the game, because, you would hit lily pads. And the lily pads would, like, stop your boat and break it. Oh, but breaking a boat gives you sticks and planks rather than just a boat item. Much more durable than those boats we remember. Yeah. No, absolutely. I think boats breaking was a later edition. Let's get some wool. Um, Now, traveling along the sea will be useful for another thing, but for now, we'll just do that. Making a library, we're gonna need to... I'm actually gonna go mining and get slime first. So let's get slime. This one, I mean, it just involves slimes. They spawned in this version, in a way that makes me consider if I want to make them take advantage of how plentiful they're going to be, because they just spawn from layers 0 to 16 with, like, no major limitations. They would even spawn on Peaceful during, I think it was a previous version, I think in this version they won't spawn on Peaceful, or at least big slimes won't spawn on Peaceful, but yeah. Ugh, let's sit up here. And I'm gonna need more, pickaxes. Make all this into things, so I can have another crafting bench with me, have more sticks, so I can make more pickaxes on the fly, and I'll be able to make a thing down there. Call it. Yeah, slime balls have become so much harder to get later. I mean, they removed slime, they removed slimes from the game for a little bit. It's not useful right now in any major way to have slime. So, I guess I could just use this pickaxe until it's broken. The durabilities are so much smaller in this version than they used to be. Or than they are now, rather. That continues to be one of the weirdest things about doing this. It's like, oh man, this isn't like how I remember it. It's like, yeah, you're remembering the newer versions. Classic shit. Temporal language gets, weird with time travel. Yeah, exactly. That is a really good way to put it. Speaking of time travel, there is a major, time travel plot in, whatchamacallit? Lightyear. And just generally there's also, speed of light time dilation, in Lightyear. And it's fun. We watched, Lightyear just, yesterday, as well as watching... What's the name of, Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is surprisingly good. Honestly, I would say... Yeah, movie, sorry. Movie is an important part. Yeah. Frozen 2 and Lightyear are interesting movies. Because Frozen 2 is a sequel that, like, is just completely about different things. You're so valid. You're so valid. I live in a cave, but I have a partner who visits me who has Disney as a special interest in this cave, so, I kinda sometimes just end up with, extra information. What song is this? Oh, it's the Spirits Eve Festival. Right, yeah. I recently added the Stardew Valley soundtrack to my stream playlist, and I'm the better for it. Anyway, no, so Frozen 2 is just, I mean, it's just not, it's like the same characters, except, like, Olaf, the funny-talking snowman who's, like, a comic relief character that's kind of obnoxious and not really likable in Frozen, is, like, a real character in Frozen 2. It's wild. There's only one Pokemon generation where you can't solo the entire game with one Pokemon, including HMs. Ooh! Which Pokemon game? Or which generation? Oh, fair. I wonder. Hmm. Um, I don't know what level we're on. I keep forgetting that there's not really the menu for this stuff yet. But yeah, we do have third person mode though. And it's not impossible to clip ourselves through a wall, so that's fun. Clip our camera through a wall rather. Also, I apparently spaced out and started digging more than I needed to. Might be Gen 2. That makes sense. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, Lightyear, yeah, we'll swing back around to Lightyear, because I'll get there. But Frozen 2, really enjoyable. Like, some of the jokes in the movie are, like, more jokes about, like, the songs and the type of song that is playing in a moment. Like, there's, like, this... I mean, you know, there's in movies, sometimes you'll have, like, especially in Disney movies, sections where it's very much like, this is the music video for this song that just exists inside this movie in a real way. Pressure from Encanto is that way a lot. And, like, they stand alone as music videos really well. And it feels like there's a song that Kristoff sings in Frozen 2 that is, like, a, like, pop rock love ballad, about how he really struggles to understand social cues. It's, that, like, is just both shot and played in a very good and also very funny way. It's like, very fun. Yeah. But yeah, Lightyear, the first thing that Lightyear tells you it is like, it says, in 1995, a boy named Andy, you know, received a toy of Buzz Lightyear. It was from his favorite movie. This is that movie. And it just is, like, a 90s sci-fi movie, except it's made, you know, in the modern day. And, like, yeah, no, it's really good. Like, I really enjoy it for this. I mean, it is chock full of really interesting things where, like, the sci-fi elements feel like they're pulling from both... I mean, obviously they're doing Star Wars, because how could you not do Star Wars? But also, they're pulling, like, I don't know, the Lightyear suits, like, you know, the Space Ranger suits that they have, just have fucking, Halo-style active camouflage, as, like, a cloaking thing they can do. And I don't know, it's just really fun. Like, we were watching it in a group, and everyone in the group was, like, pointing out different ways, like, the credits felt like the credits to Crisis, apparently. And, like, I think my partner summed it up the best, being like, every Toy Story movie has been, like, made, you know, for us at the ages at which we watch, you know, at the ages we are when it comes out. Like, the various Toy Story sequels feel like they grow up with you, and this is a movie that is aimed at the 20-somethings who watch Toy Story. And, like, that's really fun. It's a really good movie. Also, like, they, not only is it, like, they do time dilation and just, like, throw that in as a plot point, which is, like, that's a pretty neat, yeah, I wasn't gonna call it out, but it is technically not what high concept means, because, words are fake and confusing. I still, it's still really funny to me. Like, I learned the term high concept from my film class, and then I kept hearing it, and I was like, everyone is using this wrong. God damn it. I don't think it's just low concept. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe low concept is a thing. I mean, basically high concept. Yeah, okay. Low concept, more concerned with character development and other subtleties that are not as easily summarized. The terminology being silly, basically comes from the fact that it's fucking marketing terms. Stage left confused us right until we found out that house left exists. Is house left from according to you from the audience seat, or is house left is it the other way around? Stage left is if you're on the stage. House left is if you're in the house, the audience. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, no, Lightyear's good. Lightyear's good. It's a good movie. Oh, right, I was saying, it has a time dilation plot that, like, really does it well, and, like, is, like, here's a man having to grapple with the fact that he, kept doing near speed of light stuff and the whole world fucking passed him by. Okay, cool. We are on a layer in which, slimes should be able to appear. And I just, like... You did something really interesting, so we can take high concept, out of that. Right. Low concept is, I think, accurate, there. It just feels incomplete, to be honest. I wonder if there's, like, good synonyms for low concept. I love that I looked up synonyms for low concept, and Power Thesaurus gives small concept, bad concept, little concept, poor concept, infamous concept, smaller concept. You're wrong. You're just wrong. I'm... Maybe high versus deep. I feel like that's a good way to that's a good word to slot in there that works better. High concept is Die Hard on a boat. Low concept is, it's technically about investigating a mysterious phenomenon in the swamps of Florida, but it kind of ends up being more... Testing? Hey, we're back. Okay. My mic just cut out. I don't know why. Anyway, your post made sense. I think that's a good way of putting that. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Wild. Oh, whoa. We have slabs. Wait. That's a pressure plate. Wait, what? Oh my god. I forgot pressure... Right. Pressure plates used to be made with 3, and then that was why slabs mattered so much. Anyway. Hehehe, slabs, though. Okay. More important than slabs. Let's place a furnace. Wow, that just, like, disappeared. Yeah, no. Lightyear, so... Good time dilation plotline. Generally really fun and interesting, and it's, like, primarily about Buzz Lightyear, like... learning to focus on people instead of the mission, more than anything. And, like, overcoming some of his flaws, in that regard. Also... Like, when I say it's got, like, a good, interesting, like, time dilation-based plotline, the, Buzz Lightyear literally watches, you know, someone very close to him, like, basically die of old age. In fact, he misses her dying while he's away testing you know, near sea fuel. And, like, it's just like, okay, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna get fucked up about that. Also, she's a lesbian. Unfortunate that they did kill the lesbian, but her granddaughter is, like, vocally on screen. Also, shit. There go my items. So she doesn't leave the entire movie after she's gone, you know? But, yeah. But they do just kind of, like, be normal about her being a lesbian. Like, it's literally just, like... I mean... Yeah. It's nice. It's, like... I wasn't, like... I can't believe they've done they've buried the gays again, about it. It's fine. Being normal about non-straight sexuality is good? Yeah. Fuck. You know, I would say at least if only I had the sound, because that would have saved me, because I would have, like, no, not to dig there. This version didn't have the bubbling sound for lava that, newer versions do, actually, so I don't think it would have. Yeah. No, I like Lightyear. Lava is extremely deadly. I mean, because you don't have passive health regen, lava does a lot more damage, and fire just lasts longer, I think. I'm looking forward to the various balance tweaks that, gonna make that nicer to deal with. Ooh, it's the bug. Oh, shit. Fuck. This only does some harder damage, but it's still a lot. And those who dwell within her hide, I care for one and all. Are we just dead? We're just dead again. Wow, yeah, it is extremely deadly. Need some nail clippers. Having these in is going to be a really good way of me learning not to bite my nails, because I can't, like, chew on things. And I can't even, like, if you're not... Yeah, if you're not just eating, you're fucked. Just got a text. Let me just double check that's not anything important.
And thought by time I treated so, except through the iron stream. From coupler flange to spindle guide, I see the hand, oh God, predestination in the stride, oh yon connecting rod.
Yeah. That wasn't anything. Oh, actually, it's meds time. Need a second here to sort this out. I'm actually currently without my pill organizer, so I'm like gonna make sure not to put my okay. That, and it's been a minute since I've had to just do this, like, from pill bottles, like, multiple times a day. Wait, did I take my morning meds? No, I could also take my estradiol. Meds are important. This is your regular meds check. Okay. Yes, because I'm not currently I'm not currently taking any multivitamins because the last pack of multivitamins I bought was a whole thing. Okay. Okay. And we're gonna be dissolving our estradiol, so if the fangs didn't make us talk funny, this does. This is gonna be interesting. Sublingual dissolution. I'm looking forward to getting... Excuse me. Fun, but I am looking forward to having a version of this game that has sound. Because that was a little frustrating. So there's two issues, basically. The first one is that, the OpenAL sound library isn't loading. And the second one is separately that the, these old versions try to, okay. So these old versions are from before the Minecraft launcher. And before the Minecraft launcher, how Minecraft versions would fetch audio files is, upon launching the game, it would manually check hard-coded URLs. Those URLs don't exist anymore because they've completely changed the website. And, I mean, first of all, for that I'm annoyed. Well, excuse me. Oh my god, those hiccups. Right. I'm mostly just annoyed that the backwards compatibility is broken solely by, Mojang and Microsoft deciding to rearrange their site and not keep any backwards compatibility by leaving a few URLs alive to sound files that still exist. But you can, it is technically possible if you were to have copies of those files from old versions of the game, that you know, just had laying around somehow, that you could copy those resource files over to your game folder, and then set the game to not check online by basically, like, you can just set a Java flag that will make it not fetch stuff, right? You just set a Java flag that tells it to use a proxy that is 0.0.0, and apparently that works. I don't know why. Don't worry about it. Don't ask me, because boy do I not know. But yeah. Oh, I'm now realizing that part of my problem here is just that slimes spawn on the same level as lava. What a fun little challenge. But yeah, if you tell Minecraft not to actually fetch the audio files, and you supply it the audio files, then sound will work. But that also requires the sound library to actually load correctly, so even if I fix it, I won't have fixed it. And the second part is giving me trouble because it's not an issue many other people have, and it might, like, I don't know. I might be a little bit fucky. Apologies for all the hiccups, because oh my god. This is the most. Wow. Okay. Well, let's just keep digging. Would a lava trap in the floor protect you? Yes, but I'd have to dig that out. It's not a bad thought. But I mean... yeah, I'm mostly, like, trying to dig decently far, and, okay, hang on, we're gonna try to... maybe I will not have hiccups anymore for the next little bit. No, that didn't work. Oh, diamonds! I don't think we ever got diamonds last time we played. Rip to me, I guess. Anyhow, yeah, oh my god. Put them away. Or are you suggesting I put those away? I'm gonna... yeah. We love to make tools. Always dig out a little bit around the vein, just in case some generated diagonally. Let's try again. I couldn't even get a breath in. Yeah, we've had a bit of luck in the past with just holding our breath for a while, which is also something we're just good at anyway, because like asthmatic kids are built different. When you have to hold your breath for a long time to hold in your inhaler, you get good at it. But yeah. Hiccups are wild. So I might just dig out this tunnel to be larger when I run out of torches. And this should be enough length that slimes can spawn down this tunnel. Yeah, honestly, no. I think I'll just start doing that now. I don't know why, sorry. I actually struggled to find reliable info about slimes, so I'm only pretty sure that they spawn from levels 0 to 16, and it's like really based on a mix of diving through the wiki myself and looking at the history, and like watching old alpha videos, because slimes, when they were added, the wiki only says that they were added and that they drop slime balls, not like where they spawn or anything. And then if you look at the slime version history section of the dedicated, like, slime page on the wiki, the only thing it says is like the versions where they were removed, and then when they were added back, and then like now they spawn from here to 39 rather than from 0 to 16. 0 to 39, I think, and then to rather than 0 to 16, which is like kind of funny. It's just like you can only figure it out by inference or looking at original sources from back in the day, because I guess it just wasn't was not documented very well. Yeah, it was fun though. I found an old video where someone was showing them off, and then someone in the comments was explaining how they normally come from underground, but this guy must have botted them in or something. And then the person replied, "No, actually, I just lured them up the entire set of stairs out of my mining area to take this video outside. Which is very funny, like, I don't know, it's such a needless step. You didn't have to make, you didn't actually have to show, like, you didn't have to have them be outside. You could have just taken the video underground. I mean, fair, it is dark in the basement. Torches exist, though. It's just very funny. I really enjoy that. The thing I don't know, though, is have slimes always been able to spawn at any light level? Because they currently are. This is like a thing, is that you can't prevent slimes from spawning in a slime chunk, because the current spawning code is that there are special chunks that they can spawn in, and those are the only chunks they can spawn in. But, like, from then, if you're layers 0 to 39 and you're inside a slime chunk, they will spawn, and they will spawn as long as they have space, regardless of light level. And yeah, I genuinely just have absolutely zero clue, if they'll spawn at any light level down here, in this version. So, we'll see. Hopefully they will spawn at any light level, because it'll make it much easier to deal with them, and like you know, spawn them without having to deal with like other mobs. So I would really rather not have to like deal with creepers down here. I broke the golden rule. I fucked up. Okay. Well, I'm glad I recovered from that. There was a real possibility I would not have been able to do anything about that, so oh, this is why you build a base directly near your spawn. I'm looking forward to also getting back to other games and streams and whatnot. Recently, well, so like thinking about what else we've been playing, so one of my OBS plugins is a Vulkan capture for OBS. Vulkan being a display thing, so because there's OpenGL, Vulkan, and well, those are the main ones on but there's DirectX if you're on Windows. And the way that several bits of witchcraft work. How do I word this? So basically there's some absolutely wild shit. You know, folks may or may not have heard of Wine, which is a thing that takes a Windows application, takes all of the system calls that it makes that are like all the shit that it's asking the computer to do, and converts it to shit that, you know, Linux or sometimes Mac can use. I guess Unix in general. Whatever. And is that a bit of green? I thought I saw something green down the hall, but I think it was just the rendering. Bring our artifacts. Anyway. Wine, the best way to do DirectX things that are normally Windows exclusive is with a thing that converts DirectX stuff to Vulkan. And the neat thing is basically that I now have a way to hopefully capture those applications smoothly rather than doing window capture. And that should mean that most things that I run under Wine, such as Yakuza, are gonna run better. And are gonna stream better, rather. I'm gonna test that out later. I might just, like, see how it runs and all that. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Anywhere we can squeeze out a little more performance is always exciting. Yeah. Yeah. What else do I have? I'm like, genuinely, I'm just gonna glance at my, my plugins here. We got Tuna. We got the closed captions. Oh, the closed captions are disabled. Hang on. Sorry. Captioning enabled. There we go. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I was completely just not outputting captions. Yeah, no, it's pretty nice. It's completely fair to have a limited knowledge of computer witchcraft. It is a type of witchcraft where there is so much knowledge to have, so very, very understandable. Hey, Sasha Sortai, good to see you. We only have a little bit of the hiccups right now. Just like we have only a little bit of the things. Chomp, chomp. How does that show up on the stream? I mean, I guess I'm viewing, like, a limited, I'm getting a smaller version of the stream anyway than some folks are. So I'm getting, like, a smaller preview. But hopefully those are, like, at least subtly visible. Because I've got the chompies, and I'm very, very pleased about it. Yeah, no, having our OBS plugins working is so nice. I'm excited to set up input overlay stuff. Wasn't a lot of witchcraft in our upbringing. We knew a few mathematics spells, and that was about it. That's super fair. I mean, math is a kind of witchcraft I'm really not, as good with. It's, a little difficult for me sometimes. Arithmetic, my greatest nemesis. We're just talking about, everyday things, everyday, like, categories of knowledge as kinds of witchcraft, because, we're allowed. Because we're fun little witches, I think, is basically the answer to that. Ooh, I love this song. Dungeons of Dreadmore is a good game. I'm gonna try turning out the lights and seeing if we get slimes. I might regret this. Yeah, just a note for Sasha and anyone dropping in. Yeah, our current task is to try to get slime balls, and generally even just see a slime. Which is why all this. In this version, slimes spawn from layer 0 to 16. I'm not sure what witchcraft means, but there's some bullshit you can do the twisty and fascinating. I think that's what we mean. The thing where you can cancel an infinite number of terms to solve an equation is witchcraft. Fair. Yeah. I mean, what witchcraft means. It's witchcraft. Shrug emoji. Yeah. Maybe it is slime chunk dependent. I wonder. The most famous mathematical witchcraft has the technical name generalized abstract nonsense. The category theory is beyond us. That's fair. Yeah, category theory is certainly something. Okay, I'm gonna do a little more research, and I'm gonna go to the primary place where people were talking about Minecraft, in 2011 or whenever this was. Actually, let's just check. Secret Friday 6, 2010, which would be YouTube. God, it's all, like, I look up the version, and it's all Let's Plays. And... yeah, wow. Several of them are new. That's the best part. Like, some of these are from days ago. I'm not finding... not immediately able to find more better info about how slimes work in this version, so, let's chill here a sec. Or maybe, let's go upstairs. Because there is a limit in, radius away from you where, things can spawn. Ugh. So we're back out in the world. Maybe I'll just, like... oh my god, right, we have so much shit. We've seen our high score. We haven't been slimed yet. We could take our little take a little adventure here to, what do you call it? Go find some reeds. Oh, hey, wow. I think we might manage to get 2 birds with 1 stone. We're saying, so this is Minecraft Project Time Machine. Our whole thing here is every stream, we're updating the version. So the first stream we did of this was just going over some of the really early alpha builds and, like, literally, or not even alpha, the, like, pre-alpha builds, some of which were never publicly available, at the time that they were in testing. And yeah. And then we make a to-do list of all the major changes that we want to see in this particular version, and we go find them. Go find and do them and stuff. We lost our hat, unfortunately. It's a shame you can't even sprint in this version, so you can't even feel like you're going faster on this boat. But yeah, yeah, so next stream will probably be, well, I can tell you exactly what version it'll be, or exactly what next version. I guess I have to look at their instance. Check something. Because at this point in the game, the next available alpha is 1.0.14, and then it's 15, 16, 17, and I think past that point we actually start getting some more, we get more intermediary things than before. Because what we were having is that, like, we jumped, last version was 1.0.5 underscore 01, and then there are several lost builds and several builds that just aren't on the launcher between then and 1.0.11. But yeah. Oh my god. That went so far away from me. Okay, let's just... Bap. We've been poked. It's official. We'll take him with us. Yeah, it is really funny how that illusion works. That's true. Still checking. Okay, cool. Also, this version is, before... Oh, right. Well, it's before the boats dropped as the boat item, and instead when you broke them, it just, dropped a bunch of planks and sticks. It's funny, actually. You would think that they would have just put 2 sticks in the recipe as, like, oh, those are the ores, but they really didn't. They did not bother with that. Rip to that sheep, I guess. Here's a question. Were these working trash cans in them? Yeah, they were. Oh. Well, the fact that those delete items makes me feel more sure about something that I thought was the case for a long time, but never really knew exactly, which is My guess as to how items that despawn in Minecraft work is that they're entities that have a health value, and that health value is only like 1, so they effectively have a half heart of damage worth, and they take a half heart of damage from the cactus and die. And they're just like because lava and cacti are the only damage sources that could possibly do damage to an item entity, because you can't punch items because they can't be like physically interacted with the way that other entities can. Anyway, that's just a wild guess, but I would not be surprised if I'm right. Okay, something is up here because literally no mobs spawn down here. This is like an entire big tunnel. We might not be able to see slimes today. That's gonna be a little sad. Oh well. The other reason I say that is because, in some versions, when you see items fall into lava, you actually see them catch fire for a little bit. Oh, and fire can also directly, and both of those will light an item on fire. But yeah. Oh right, we got iron, so let's make a furnace. Because I want to come back up to the surface anyway. Our blank sign of progress. And, let's make a bucket. And milk a cow. An important marker of progress in our, save here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is from Transistor. Sorry, I was, like, spacing out and reading my Mastodon timeline for a sec there. Yeah, Transistor has a really good soundtrack. Maybe let's make a sword while we go out. Find a cow. I didn't, like, set the difficulty. No, yeah. Mobs are just not spawning much. This is weird. Like, it's kind of eerie, actually, that there are so few mob spawns. Yeah, that would be my guess, is caves and a lack of despawning of too close underground mobs meant that the, yeah. Works. So, walking far away and walking back, that's what I'm trying now. It should be solvable in this manner. The only thing is, if this version... I think this version might be too early for this to happen, but there are versions of the game in which chunks near the world origin have their mobs always processed and never despawned. People actually have utilized this, like, and abused it to do some absolute witchcraft with, like, getting mobs to stay in a specific area for some reason or another. And given that I don't know if spawn is near the origin chunk in this version, so I mean that's the big question. Shall awaken her nor brush back the snow. Oh, I've forgotten. We're on that verse, not the other verse. It keeps its course and never around. Our stars cry as the planets yearn, but no man may know. These hiccups are gonna kill me. I might actually even set the difficulty to peaceful and then turn it back onto normal and see what happens. That was added beta 1.8. Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you. I really appreciate you looking that up. But yeah, I think peaceful, or I could quit and come back in, because I'm pretty sure that'll cause passive mobs to respawn too. So hopefully I can find my way back. I see pigs, so that's a good sign. Cows! We can milk a cow. But yeah, I'm betting that the radius for keeping spawned-in mobs present around you is just too big in this version. And so if you spend too long near caves, you'll just never see hostile mobs. That would be my guess as to what's going on here. Cool. We have a bucket of milk. It is not useful for anything. It couldn't be obtained last version, but it can be obtained this version. It's not useful for anything, and I also don't think we can empty it in any way. So, you know, it's just here now. Where is our home sweet home? The cows are jumping. Yeah, they truly do. I think if they're pathing and there's a block in front of them, just jump, and also animals had a real strong tendency to just jump at random on their own anyway. Yeah, indestructible milk, yeah. This doesn't look too familiar, so hopefully we can find our way back home. Aerosmith's cover band's first album. Oh, it's a big tree. These are also, they were re-added to the terrain gen, like this version, I think. Compasses do not exist yet, I think. I also don't have enough, iron to make one. I'm pretty sure they don't yet. I could check real quick. One dot 1.0. So no. Oh, but hey. That right there is another important thing we needed for our checklist, so you may as well grab it and then try to find a way back home. Because we're gonna make a library. The library may in fact consist of, like, one, book, but, you know, it's a library, technically. On the belly of a rocket ship, as from Terra to blah. His first cries drowned by the engines roaring and cradled in he lie. That centaur by the time he was 4, Galahine when he was 9. After the spaceman in the spaceman's bed, and as a spaceman he would die. F3 does not work yet, no. F6 is what you hold down for the lagometer. F11 is full screen, right? Didn't need to do that. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to save and quit. Shit. Folk. For all I know, that's what could have given me the hiccups from the, very sweet, fake blood I ate earlier for the bit. Up to their hottest gain just to hear the rockets roar. 500 miles above the planet's ground, the engines died away. The captain called, we need power now, or we'll all die today. Aha! Aha! I see it. That's, that is the previous version, terrain, so that is where we need to be going. The captain said, well, do something, man, and the spaceman smiled wide. Except hold the plates down. We're at least near enough that I can find my way home, probably. But the ground flew up with destructive speed, and the spaceman knew his mind. And sit in the engine room and wait for his friends to die. Yep, here we are. Okay, so first order of business. We're gonna make this more visible. Oh, you can't actually, plant sugarcane on sand in this version. It's a good thing I have dirt. There we go. We'll let that exponential process happen. And until we found our other home, but one day we'll find our actual home. We've milked a cow. Let's go downstairs and see about slime. Stars will let him lie. He was born as a spaceman. Oh, God's right. Fucking can't shift click, so you have to fully move the mouse each time. Yeah, interface jank in this version is certainly a thing. Oops, wrong one. I'm gonna switch this over to peaceful. That should have despawned any hostile mobs. Just back to normal. Now I guess we'll see if slimes will spawn. I may just dig further in that direction and just see, you know, if we can continue to get, maybe this tunnel isn't long enough, is part of it. I mean, it only just barely hits the fog distance. Here. Let's look at something else. I'm gonna look at the Minecraft spawning algorithm. And history, maybe? No. Yeah, let's see. Have a good night, Sasha. It's good seeing you. Hmm. Wait. There's a forum thread from alpha 1.1.2_01. Which is... Difficulty does not affect spawn frequency. Mobs can spawn on man-made materials. Spawn activity only exists in a 144 by 144 area around you, not within 24 meters of you, which is blocks. Slime spawns are broken. All sorts of broken. The algorithm takes the XY coordinates instead of the XZ coordinates to locate the current chunk. That is the... I think that might be less relevant to us, though. Right, but this is pre... the thing. Okay. Man. This is an entire mod just to fix, slime spawns back in the day. That's really wild. I love to do some archaeology. Okay, well... Slimes have their own rules about, light levels. And I think that's real for this version, because there's not much there. Slime chunks existed as early as 1.1. Yeah, slimes can spawn at any light level was true back then, and I can't find any evidence of them changing it, so I think it was true as long as they were in the game. So. That's fine. I guess we'll see what we can do here. I might try a quick save and quit, reload the world, see what happens, kind of dealio, but I think... I don't know, I mean, maybe chunks... Because here's the thing. I was questioning if slime chunks were a thing, because, in this version... Here, let me see. Currently they're a thing. And then there was a version where they were where slimes spawning were entirely removed from the game. Bedrock distance time. Yeah, so there's nothing mentioning, so I think that slime chunks are also just a thing that has always been in the game. Which means finding slimes is gonna be pretty hard. Basically, we're just gonna have to keep going in a direction, until we find one. So that's unfortunate. This might be something like the dungeon last, stream, where we, you know, give up on it and come back to it later. Unfortunately, because apparently, like, I mean, if the spawning code is a little, bugged, then the spawning code is a little bugged, you know? But the good news is, we know that they're in any light level, so as long as we dig out a big enough area and we get enough chunks within it, eventually we'll get lucky. I think it's possible, based on the screenshots I was seeing of the layout of chunks, as shown in early versions, that digging at a diagonal rather than a straight tunnel is better, because apparently, basically, like, there was an early calculation that was flipped, so something was using X and Y instead of X and Z coordinates, I think, for the calculation. And folks like figured out from there. But we could get the world seed and just find a slime chunk that way in a future stream when we have access to the F3 menu, because they showed the world seed until they didn't. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So, we'll call it there for slimes. We can get slimed on another version. What's our stuff growing? The cactus hasn't grown at all. But the, hey, the sugarcane already is. That's excellent. Also, I'm noting you really can just, like, start walking with the, inventory open, and I'm appreciating that fact a lot. These hiccups are so insufferable, oh my god. And yet I suffer them, and yet I suffer them. I wonder if cactus needs space to grow. It can't be placed within a certain amount of space, and there used to be a way of when cactus would grow. I mean, I'll test it. I'll just go ahead and, like, move one over. There used to be a way where you would have automatic cactus farms by placing a block in the space between cacti above them, because they do that when they are near a block. But yeah, let's fuck around and find out. I can use leather. May as well make another hat. It might be possible that cacti take either longer to grow or just don't grow in this version. Cacti have less use than other things, certainly. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break here, and, oh, excuse me, I will be back.
police were on the way, we had no second chance. We beamed him up in the nick of time and the remnants of his pants. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our engineer would yield to none at putting down the roof. He outdrank 7 space marines and a demolition crew. The navigator didn't win, but he outdrank almost all. And now they've got a shuttlecraft on the roof of City Hall. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our proper cool first officer was drugged with something green and hauled into an alley where he suffered things obscene. He sobered up in sick bay and he's none the worse for wear, except he somehow taught the bridge computer how to swear. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore. The head nurse disappeared a while in the major dope bazaar, buying an odd green potion guaranteed to cause bonfire. She came home with no uniform and an oddly cheerful heart, and a painful way of walking with her feet a yard apart. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our Lady of Communications won a ship-wide bet by getting into the planet's main communications net. Now every time someone calls up on Largo telescreen, the flesh is there, but the clothes they wear are nowhere to be seen. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore. Our doctor loves humanity, his private life is quiet. The shore police arrested him for inciting the forest riot. They found him in the city jail, locked on and deemed him free, intact except for hickeys and 6 kinds of ED. And we're banned from Margot, everyone. Banned from Margot just for having a little fun. We spent a jolly shortly there for just 3 days or 4. But Margot doesn't want us anymore.
howdy, we're back. We have, gone to Starfall, and, we're ordering pizza, and while I wait, I'm gonna eat Pringles, because I'm hungry. I've also left the game running this whole time. Because, I mean, basically just that way, many things will have happened for me, including particularly all this sugarcane growing. I've also come to an interesting realization, which is that, so, you know, I have these, the fangs, which I'm currently not wearing, but I was earlier. So I have, you know, I tend to run into a problem with eating, where I don't do it, to put it succinctly. And... Thank you. Yeah, I have trouble eating sometimes. It's a thing. And I realized that one of my... How do I words? So, wearing these fangs, I cannot actually put, I can't, like, chew on food. I can have, like, candies, easily, because, you know, they're, like, you know, they'll melt in my mouth from the sugar. But, like, you know, even chips are, like, you have to crunch them in a way that I just can't. And, what this is making me realize is that I snack a lot, when I am getting hungry but don't want to deal with being hungry. And, it's a little bit of an unhealthy behavior. And I'm realizing now, like, oh, sometimes I've been substituting meals by snacking my way through the day. And, oh my god, it grows so fast. Right. And yeah, I mean, basically, the thing is that actually these fangs have been really good for me in this regard, because, if I'm not allowed to, eat with them in, then I don't just snack until I'm not hungry, and then I, like, it's dinner time, and I'm like, wait, shit, I haven't eaten anything today, except for chips. Instead, I, like, actually have... I had a small brunch at noon-ish, 1-ish, before I started streaming. When did I start streaming? Oh my god. Oh, okay, no, yeah, no. It's only been a few hours. And, like... Yeah, I had that small amount, and now it's 5, and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Because I haven't been snacking on the Pringles that have been on my desk, because, yeah. I think my other way of dealing with this is actually, like, weed, because, being high on THC, like, fucking just makes me hungry, you know, as is pretty normal stoner behavior, as, I have gathered. But, like, so, like, I can snack a lot if I'm high, and I'll still be hungry for dinner. But otherwise, I'm using food, I'm using, like, snacks as avoidance for eating, and I need to, like, think about how to deal with that better. Because it's less than ideal, and I would really like to form better food habits. So it's really good, actually, that I just have a way of dealing with that, because, like, I get kind of kin dysphoria around my fangs when they're out, because, like, it's correct for me to have fangs, it turns out. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, like, a really interesting, combination of factors that is probably going to mean that I have better eating habits in the future. I can't wait to tell my girlfriend. So we have some paper, we have some wood, so we can make a bookshelf, and I'm gonna consider a library a brick building with at least one bookshelf. We're going to fly out, we'll let the stars beware. We also need leather, right? Only a little while, and there's a star in rising. Alright, let's go find cows. Yay, fangs indeed. It really is. Like, literally within 20 minutes of having had fangs in, like, yeah, within 20 minutes of having had fangs in, when I took them out, I was like, this feels wrong. This is, I should have them. So, kind of a shame that I can't sleep with them in and I can't, eat with them in. But the eating one is turning out to be an advantage. So I need to travel at least 144 blocks to get the cows to spawn. Ah, cows. So many cows. This is the most cow. Also, we're ordering from, I actually straight up didn't realize Blaze was a pizza chain, so I was like, I was gonna say a local pizza restaurant because I, you know, I don't want to dox myself, but turns out Blaze is a chain, so we're ordering from Blaze, and I'm excited because I haven't had their pizza since December of 2021, give or take, maybe January. It might have been. No, it was December. Yeah. And they have a lot of cheese options. Yeah. But yeah, I had their, I didn't realize they were a chain because I had never ever heard of them in Georgia. And then I, you know, moved back up to the Midwest and then ran into exactly one of them, and the way that people talked about it made it sound like it was a you know, local place, or like at most like, you know, there's like 3 like locations, but it's just a chain. Didn't realize. excited. I'm always excited for a good pizza, to be honest, but, especially when I'm this fucking hungry. Chomp. I need to, like, get, a PNG tuber type avatar, made, commissioned. Because, I mean, I'd like to be honest, ideally, you know, in the end, I would like to have a, whatchamacallit, proper whole VTuber rig, and just have it, like, if I'm ever feeling like it's not a camera day, just VTuber. Let's go. Like, that'll be fun. But for now, I'd like, I would enjoy having a, PNG tuber avatar, maybe switch it out per stream, for different games. So, like, I'll have a Yakuza avatar that's a different one than my default, and a Minecraft one and stuff. But yeah. Just gonna dig up through here so I can get, back into things. There's my home. As this world's birth, must be real. Then ask me a question, I'll give you the answer. Ask me to speak, and I'll tell no lies. Servant of infinity, truth is my master. Knowledge a mistress, I may not deny. Shit, how do you make a fucking book in this version? Oh. It never required leather in this version. Okay, here we go. Hey, that's actually really nice, because it means we can make a lot of bookshelves. You a question, I'll give you the answer. Ask me to speak, and I'll tell no lies. Servant of infinity, truth is my master. Knowledge a mistress, I may not. Okay. Cool, so, right, I basically checked the wiki, and the thing it said is that in a later version, it becomes shapeless, but requires leather. So in this version, doesn't require leather, but is, shapeful, so. I'm gonna make a lot of books now, before the game changes versions. So now, let's make a building out of brick, in order to house these books and this shelf. For that, we need brick, which means we need clay, which is the other new thing in this version. One of many, of course, but... Be a question, I'll give you the answer. Ask me to speak, and I'll tell no lies. Servant of infinity, truth is my master. Knowledge a mistress, I may not deny. I left my soda in the kitchen. I also keep walking around without my wheelchair, which is, a problem. It's gonna be so exciting to have, like, PNG tuber avatar with my wheelchair. That'll be really cool. He's asked me a question that I may not answer. My beginnings I may not share. Yeah, wheels are good. I'm really happy with my wheelchair. I also am frustrated with myself for forgetting to use it because it's like painful. I mean, that's the thing, right? It's always so frustrating. I'm like, I use it a lot around the house, but then sometimes I just I'm like, I'll just get up and go do this thing. And then my leg will argue with me about it later, and I'm like, fuck, I should have used my wheelchair. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is the frustrating thing about disability sometimes. It's like, sometimes you really do just have a disability that you could technically cope with not, having, right? Or you could technically... I mean, what I mean is, sometimes you have a disability, and you think that you can just, like, deal with it. And it's like, no, the mobility aids exist for a reason. Everything, yeah. It's extra cognitive load. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess the most important part of it really is, like, I don't know. It's the, just because you... Or if something would put you in pain to do, then you should say you can't do it. Internalized stuff and impatience. Yeah, there's definitely an aspect of that. And like, part of it is impatience with, like, my environment and stuff, because, like, I mean, I enjoy this house a lot, and it's very accessible to me. It's significantly more accessible to me than other places I've lived. But also, like, I don't know, there's always an aspect to which a hallway is an area that I frequently cannot turn fully around in. Because if I am going to make a full turn, then the hallway needs to be wider than my wheelchair is long. There's always gonna be stuff, unless, like, I'm in a truly in an environment that was actually directly made for me. Which I'd love to live in someday, but, I mean, I'm not the kind of cripple that gets to have a bunch of money to throw at architecture. Like, I would really love to work with an architect, work with, like, someone who could renovate my home and to be more accessible to me. I can't, though. I don't have that. So, yeah. Yeah. Kitchens are the worst ones of it, though. They're, like... If we ever buy a new refrigerator, I wonder if we can get something that'll be good for both Starfall and me. This is the other thing also, is, like, I do also have to have the aspect of, like, sorry, this song, when it's really quiet, sounds like a game from, or a song from a completely different game, and, it's not even from a game, it's the thing. Just threw me way off. I'm always going to, I mean, I think it's true now, like, that I don't think I'm capable of living alone, and I think I will always live with someone else who, like, I will have to consider the needs of, which, I mean, you know, always have to consider the needs of other people. That's important shit. It's, you know, that's obvious. But, like, it, the part of this just ends up being that I know that Starfall is tall and I am inherently short. And also that, like, high up cabinet space or high up wall space to become cabinet space is always something. Yeah, in a better world, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk will have one house each, and all of us would have access to architects. Yeah, what a good way to put that. But yeah, I don't know. I want to, like... I think I'm just having the thing where I actually want to be able to more... I want to be more able to, like, dream about really good housing. Like, I want to really, really stop and think about what my dream home would look like. And, I mean, I don't know. That's an exciting thought. I would use The Sims. But The Sims is, like, really bad about disability, actually. But that is actually the thing that I've thought about a lot, is, like, I want to build my dream home in The Sims because it's, like, a really good game for that. Oh, right. You can't have elevators in The Sims. And you know what I want? I learned recently, actually. Or I like, realized, oh, yeah, you could just have a house that has an elevator in it. And, like, my partner showed me this really good video that was, like, a guy, like, he's showing his friend who's in a wheelchair this, like, it's very possible we're not gonna really have enough, blocks to build a proper library. But you know what? It's the start of a library. It's more library than other libraries who are less library than this, which is hypothetically possible. Yeah, like, so my partner showed me this really fun video that was, like, a guy, like showing his friend, like, about you know, showing his friend around the house, and he, like, is going towards a door in his garage, and he's like, yeah, so this is, you know, the biggest flight of steps in the house, unfortunately, you know, but, like, we'll help you out and whatnot. And then he opens the door, and opening the door, there's just an elevator through that door, and, like, he pushes a button, they go inside, they push a button, the elevator door closes, behind, like, a regular wooden door, and then the elevator goes up, and there's another regular wooden door that he opens into his home, and it, like, I'm, like, having the, like, I love that. I think I especially love that for the fact that they put an elevator directly behind, like, a regular door. I don't know. It's fun. It's really cool. And that's the kind of shit that I would want to, like, think about having in a dream home. Yeah, it's a really good video. I think my favorite thing about that video is that it's the most, like, it's a really wholesome, like, sweet version of the kind of energy of just, like, bros hanging out, like, just having the, like, just hanging out with the boys kind of energy, you know? It's really fun. Look at that, that's a library. That's technically a library, by technicality. That has a torch in it. It's a dollhouse of a library, but, you know. There we go. Okay, we've done everything except find a slime chunk, which are apparently a pain in the ass right now in this version. And... yeah. Mini library. I will probably, like, renovate the library as we go. A successful stream. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead and... yeah, we'll wrap up here. And I'm gonna go ahead and see and cut the title. We'll wrap up here. We'll call this the end of this stream. And it was absolutely lovely having you on here, Pack Bats. And we're gonna go ahead and we'll stop here. We might stream again in, who knows, maybe an hour or so, maybe after we've had pizza. Who could say? Sometime soon. And when we do, we'll probably be playing on a modded Minecraft pack if we don't just, like, decide that we want to play Yakuza. And yeah. So yeah, toodles!